Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Day 2 Precious Metals Summit Europe. And with me here is now Trigon Metals and Jed Richardson, the CEO, wants to give us, for the first time actually at Commodity-TV, here an insight into his company. Jed, hi and good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How do you do, Jochen?
Perfect. Thank you very much. Really good running here today and great setup. And I found your company really interesting because Namibia and Morocco, I never had that combination before. So maybe you can give us a short overview on the company, please.
Sure. So we are, the company was founded around the Kombat mine in Namibia. And then we added our exploration project in Morocco. And really, we're focused on just being in high-quality African jurisdictions for copper and silver.
Okay, super. Well, copper and silver are the two metals of desire, I would say, these days, and they are both in high demand, especially for the e-revolution and for the sustainable energy generation. Let's get started with Namibia, I would say, with the Kombat mine. So you own that mine, and I saw that you have already like $100 million of usable infrastructure. That's quite a lot.
Yeah, no, it's really a special situation, and this is $100 million of usable infrastructure for a company with just a $50 million market cap. We have in that mine a mine with 45 years of mining history, produced over 12 million tons of ore at over 2.6% copper, and we still have ahead of us now 39 million tons of new resources after a resource increase that we just announced last week.
Wow, fantastic. When you say 39 million tons, into what does that translate then? And it's copper only, or it's also some gold or silver attached?
We have an open pitable resource of 18 million tons at 1% copper, about a percent lead, and 3 grams per ton silver. And then underground, we have 20 million tons at 2.8% copper, 1.26% lead, and about 18 grams silver. So this is a very good sized mine, and for a company that, like I said, only $45 million of market cap, and that's not our only project.
Fantastic. Before we come to Morocco, I like the idea to bring the Kombat mine again into production. So you just said you have open pit resource and you have an underground resource. So probably the game plan is then to start with the open pit and to finance the underground?
Actually, we'll look at doing them together. The open pit obviously is where things will start, but it won't be a situation where we mine the open pit for years and then move underground. In fact, we'll do both because of the great grade underground. That producing from underground will help actually help reduce cost and increase our profitability by doing them simultaneously.
Okay, fantastic. Can you already give us some hypothetical numbers saying, okay, what would be a realistic time frame to go in production? What might it cost to bring in production? I know that's too early. You need your definitive feasibility study, but to give an orientation for our viewers, do we talk about $100 million or $500 million? So what's the game plan for the whole project?
Right. So we just completed the resource, so we don't have a new engineering study for this size of project. But we did look at bringing to production the mine at a smaller size. So when we did, the capital cost was in the order of $24 million, and we had operating costs of around $2 a pound of copper, but that was at about 10,000 tons of copper and concentrate annually. We would be looking at a minimum of 35,000 tons of copper and concentrate. In fact, it could be quite a bit larger. So you could maybe use a multiple of that original capex to give you an idea of the scale of project that we're looking at. So not a huge investment given the scale of the project, but it's still close to $75 million.
Okay, super. Yeah, that's what I've just calculated, like 80 to 90 million with some contingencies. Well, I mean, this is makeable, especially these days with copper. It's $3.06 this morning. This is really a nice margin for sure. Also, do you have, let's say, more exploration ground down there?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have a lot of areas to develop within the existing mine where we think we could add materially to the tonnage, but also on the same strike length, on strike with the mine to the east and to the west. We have exploration holes that have shown that the resource extends. So there's still a lot of work that we can do to grow this operation.
Fantastic. Let's move to Morocco. And I saw you have the Silver Hill project there. And we know Morocco in some areas, it's very famous for silver, of course. So please describe the project a bit. And I presume you have drilled this year also. So results are pending?
Exactly. So interestingly, with all of the scale of what we have in Namibia, we're actually, for investors, I think Silver Hill has been more exciting. So this is a new exploration project that we've been developing. We are drilling our first holes right now. We have 6 holes completed and expecting the first 2 holes even this week. We may see them depending on how quickly we can get them out of the labs. But what we have at Silver Hill is we had lenses that we had discovered at surface of very high grade copper and silver mineralization. And in fact, one of the structures we were sampling where we returned grades of 200 to 750 grams per ton silver with 3 to 10% copper. But as we get in and are starting to drill, we can see that we're actually looking at a very large, wide area of disseminated copper silver mineralization. And this could be a very high tonnage mine that really would be a new type of project for Morocco. But the scale is already a little not mind-blowing, but because I don't want to use too many superlatives, but I'm very excited, let's say.
Okay, let's say it's outstanding.
Yeah. We're drilling holes that are over 2 kilometers apart, and we're seeing we're seeing mineralization over a wide area, and I personally can't wait
super. Perfect. So what is the work plan then for 2021? How many holes you want to drill, let's say, and also how many meters? And also, is 2021 financed?
So we just raised 5.5 million Canadian in the month of September, which gives us enough to do multiple programs in Morocco. So we had planned a 750 meter program. We're actually closer to 1,000 meters now, and we're going to move directly into a 3,000 meter program following, and probably a second program after that if the results hold up, which I'm quite sure they will. Then in Namibia, we just increased this resource dramatically. We need to upgrade that work. So most of the resources in inferred category, and we can very cost effectively increase the confidence level up to measured and indicated. So we're going to work on that, and all of that is funded. But we'll see how Morocco develops. If we may be in a situation where we need to accelerate that program, and then in Namibia, as we move towards feasibility, we'll probably need new investment at that time.
Of course, that's normal. Absolutely. Great. That sounds like a good game plan, I would say, for 2021. Thank you very much for taking the time for the interview. And we wish you all the best for that.
Okay, well, thanks for the interview.
Thank you very much. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Trigon Metals with Jed Richardson, the CEO for Precious Metals Summit Day 2 here in Europe. And yeah, you heard it, Morocco and Namibia. What a nice combination, copper and silver, the two desired metals of wish today, I would say. And it's really interesting. They own an old mine with worth of $100 million of infrastructure already. They did a placement just in September, so they are well cashed up with over $5 million, and the drills are turning. They are awaiting daily now results for Morocco also, and for next year also the first drill programs are set up. So I would suggest you check out the company. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.